So we love our little beings. So we're going to begin our meditation. I'm going to sound now where did it go? Oh, here we go. It's funny. Um, it's funny that Zoom changes every now and then, and they don't tell you it's changed, and things are different. So I'm going to invite the bell. Listen, listen. The sound of the bell calls me back to my true self. And as we make the transition from whatever our lives were taking before we logged on, we make this transition and arrive and settle. And we find ourselves welcoming ourselves home. And just notice what is present, whether it's some ambient noises that are occurring in your location. If a window is open or a fan is on, feeling the breeze against the skin. The sensation of the body in the chair. All of these sensations arise and pass away. Arise and pass away. And as we find this place of settling, we invite our good friend, mindfulness, sati, who accompanies us on this journey, supporting us, encouraging us, perhaps even holding us up when things are a little bit rough. That sense of openness and curiosity, softness, spaciousness. And we can make this invitation at any time during the day to stop, to breathe, and bring ourselves back to the present moment. And so the 8 pillars, the joy meditation, mudita in the Sanskrit for sympathetic joy. This meditation allows us to review the 8 pillars and use them when we encounter a problem, confront pain, or face suffering. Whether these are major life challenges or just daily dissatisfaction or dukkha. This meditation is meant to smooth the ride on the bumpy road of life. It builds on the earlier meditations, but can be used independently. The 8 pillars are the practices that lead to greater inner peace and greater joy. And these are available to you through this book, through these recordings. So now I invite you from this comfortable position or wherever you are to take 3 long breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Balancing out the central nervous system, bringing a sense of relaxation. And perhaps as you breathe and let the breath come back to normal, notice how the body relaxes, and notice how perhaps your heart feels lighter with this intention to review the 8 pillars. Resting with the breath. And just notice how the body feels, how the mind feels, especially with sati present. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. Breathing in, there may be suffering or dukkha present. Breathing out, we say hello to the dukkha or the suffering. And so, if it's accessible to you, allow a situation or a challenge that you're dealing with to come to mind. And it may not be directly for you, but perhaps for another person in your life who is experiencing suffering. Or perhaps it's something that's been a nagging dissatisfaction with yourself. And just reflect on the situation, the person, or the challenge that is causing dukkha. And so we look at perspective. See yourself and the challenge from a wider perspective, even if it has to do with someone else. Try to step back from yourself and the issue. See yourself, see the struggle as if you were watching a movie about the issue. Just allow the images to form. Now think about this issue or challenge in the future, a year or a decade from now. Recognize that this challenge is impermanent and it will pass. And see how it shrinks as you see the wider context of your life and perhaps the others that are experiencing it. Just allow the breath to surround perspective. And moving to humility. Now see yourself as one of the 7 billion people on this planet, and that your challenge or problem is a part of the pain and suffering that so many human beings experience. Allow yourself to see your issue as a part of the unfolding and the interdependent drama of life on our planet, our interbeing. And even see yourself from the perspective of space, or from a God's eye perspective. From space, there are no boundaries, no borders between countries, but simply humanity. That we are deeply connected with one another. You are the flowering of the universe in your particular place and time. Your connection to others throughout this world makes you much stronger and more capable of dealing with and solving your problem. Let yourself feel love and appreciation for all of those who have contributed to who you are and who support you in your life. And now, the pillar of humor. Smile and see if you can even chuckle at your problem or issue, at your own shortcomings, at your frailties, with tender humor. Even if it is a very grave or serious situation, there is often some humor that can be found. The human drama is often a comedy, and laughter is the saving grace. This ability to laugh allows us to accept life as it is, broken and imperfect, even as we aspire for a better life and a better world. Notice when you smile that any tension that you may have been holding in your face softens, and how that smile reaches into your heart and outward. And now, the pillar of acceptance. Accept that you or the other person is struggling, and accept that there are human limitations. Remind yourself that these painful realities do happen to us, to those we love, and in our world. Acknowledge that we cannot know all the factors that have led to this. Accept what has happened already, and that there is nothing that you can do to change the past. However, you can look to the future with renewed energy. Now remind yourself, in order to make the most positive contribution to this situation, I must first accept the reality of its existence. All the sharp edges, all the discomfort. But once we accept, we can relax into what needs to happen next. And now the pillar of forgiveness. If you wish, place your hand on your heart and forgive yourself for any part that you may have played in creating this problem or issue. Recognize that you are only human, and there are times that you will fall short of your aspirations. You will hurt and be hurt by others, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Allow yourself to see the shared humanity of any others who are involved and forgive them for their part and for their own human limitations that you cannot control. The pillar of gratitude. Now allowing the issue or the problem or the suffering to just be, and think of 3 or more people or things that you are grateful for right now in your life. Is it possible to find ways in which your problem or issue is actually contributing to your life and growth in the way of transformation? Are there people or things that are supporting you as you face this challenge, reminding you that you are not alone? And perhaps later today, if you've thought about 3 people, let them know that you have thought of them and you are grateful. And now the pillar of compassion. Either put your hand on your heart or place the palms of your hand together at your heart. Bringing both parts of the body together in union. Bring compassion for yourself and for how you have struggled or are struggling. Remember, it takes time to grow and learn. You are not meant to be perfect. Suffering is inevitable. It is a part of the fabric of life. There are going to be frustrations in any life, but the goal is to use them as something positive and transforming. Feel the light of loving kindness shining from your heart throughout your body. Now send that compassion to your loved ones, to anyone you might be struggling with, and out to all who are in need of love and compassion. And finally, generosity. Allow yourself to feel the deep generosity that is in your heart. Imagine yourself radiating this generosity to all around you. How can you give your gifts to others? How can you transform your problem or issue into an opportunity to give to others and thus transforming it? Perhaps now is not the time, but perhaps there might be another time when it is okay to do. When we give joy to others, we experience true joy ourselves. Joy is the reward of seeking to give joy to others. And again, come back to just experience the sitting here and the breath. Perhaps bringing to mind one of those pillars to spend just a minute or two contemplating. Perhaps feel your body relax. Perhaps feel the opening of your mind, of your heart. And now, as we close out this formal part of our practice, listen to the words of the Buddha. Live in joy, in love, even among those who hate. Live in joy, in health, even among the afflicted. Live in joy, in peace, even among the troubled. Look within, be still, free from fear and attachment, and know the sweet joy of the way. Thank you for your practice. And I'm going to stop recording